From gut-wrenching confessions to tearful breakthroughs, these unforgettable scenes remind us that behind every bar is a story filled with dreams, struggles, and the sheer determination to succeed. Now, make sure you grab some tissues because these moments are gonna hit you right in the feels, just like what happened in this episode right here. 9 years ago, Randy and Rick Hauser, twin brothers with larger-than-life personalities, opened RG's bar. Randy took on the role of operating manager while Rick maintained a 9-to-5 job. Initially, the bar flourished, attracting a steady stream of customers who were drawn to the twins' charismatic presence. However, their long history of competition soon turned their friendly rivalry into something far more destructive.
Why don't you just get the out? I told you to close it down or celebrate. Get over it, Rick.
What started as playful jealousy between the brothers escalated into serious animosity, affecting both their personal and professional lives. Tyler, Rick's son, expressed the depth of the situation. Even Rick got emotional talking about it. It's clear this rivalry has affected him deeply.
Sit back here, just push my buttons. He talks me down in front of people. I'm tired of supporting.
Erica, the bartender, also voiced her frustrations with the constant bickering and drama that had become a daily occurrence at the bar, and this tension caused the twins to neglect their business, leading to a significant decline in the bar's condition.
My customers are very uncomfortable with it.
The once thriving establishment now desperately needed a renovation. The aging interior mirrored the aging clientele. Tyler could no longer bring their friends to the bar without embarrassment.
People in here. I don't bring my friends in here.
Losing $5,000 a month.
Financially, RG's bar was in serious trouble, losing $5,000 a month and accumulating $139,000 in debt. Despite this dire situation, the twins were considering taking out a new loan to keep the business afloat. Fed up with the ongoing family drama and worried about the future of the bar he was set to inherit, Tyler called John Taffer for help. Upon arrival, Taffer set up secret cameras to observe the bar's operations. It quickly became apparent that many things were off. The interior was outdated, the food quality was poor, and the overall atmosphere was uninviting. The state of the kitchen was particularly alarming. Taffer's reaction to the unhygienic conditions was one of disgust.
Grease.
That pan does not look like it has been washed ever.
Man, that is freaking unhygienic. Rachel, the recon expert, experienced firsthand the poor service at RG's bar. The wait time was excessively long, and she had to call out to the bartender just to be acknowledged and place her order for drinks.
How long it takes to get a drink?
Erica.
Eric? Is that her name? Eric?
During this assessment, Tiffany, a customer who got drunk, began causing chaos.
Tiffany needs to be cut off.
Yeah.
Taffer was shocked that Randy did nothing. Fortunately, Taffer stepped in and settled the situation, demonstrating his authority and calming presence. Taffer gathered the staff to discuss the real issues plaguing the bar. He highlighted the outdated interior, terrible food, and the overall neglect of the establishment. But the heart of the problem lay in the constant fighting between Rick and Randy. One of the staff members summed it up succinctly. Rick and Randy's constant fighting is the real issue.
Randy, even if they're not here together, it's just negative all around. It's a trickle-down theory.
This moment was particularly emotional, as it underscored the toll the brothers' feud had taken on everyone involved. The staff had been suffering under the weight of the ongoing conflict, and it was clear that a resolution was desperately needed. Taffer then spoke individually with the twins to understand their perspectives. Rick shared his thoughts, revealing the deep personal and emotional nature of the conflict. The conversation continued, shedding light on underlying issues of inheritance that had fueled the rivalry.
I'm not in a bad mood. I'm tired of being jabbed at. Pretty soon you gotta jab back. You know.
Rick's emotional breakdown was a pivotal moment, highlighting just how much this feud had affected him. Taffer's evaluation of the staff's performance was eye-opening. The lack of leadership from Rick and Randy had led to poor staff performance and overall inefficiency. Despite the adverse conditions, Rick managed to perform decently, while Randy was caught bad-mouthing his brother. Taffer called Tyler and had a frank conversation with both brothers, emphasizing the need for reconciliation and cooperation.
They didn't want you guys to fight over inheritance, fight over the bar. They didn't want any of that.
This confrontation led to an incredibly emotional moment. The twins, facing their vulnerabilities, managed to reconcile with Taffer's guidance. They agreed to put their differences aside and work together for the sake of the bar and their family.
I'm willing not to say any more bad stuff about him.
Taffer then focused on revamping the bar. He gave RG's bar a complete makeover, transforming it into a fresh and appealing establishment. The renovations breathed new life into the bar, making it an inviting place for customers once again. Can you see their happiness? In the end, Taffer's intervention saved RG's bar from the brink of closure. The twins' reconciliation and the bar's transformation marked a new beginning. The business, once marred by rivalry and neglect, was now back on track, and the family, who had faced the threat of financial ruin, could now look forward to a bright future. Thanks to Taffer's expertise and the twins' willingness to change, RG's bar was not only saved, but poised for success. And if you thought that was intense, wait for the next one. In the heart of Puerto Rico, there stood a bar that had become a beacon of hope and creativity for its community. Shibo, founded by Jonathan Cruz and his sister Gabriela in 2016, was more than just a bar. It was the culmination of Jonathan's dream to showcase his unique blend of Puerto Rican and Asian fusion cuisine. For Jonathan, this venture was a lifelong aspiration, and Gabriela's unwavering support was instrumental. She invested her own money, believing wholeheartedly in her brother's culinary vision.
Since he's the best chef I know, so I decided to go on board with him.
From its inception, Shibo was a sensation. The bar's vibrant atmosphere and innovative menu quickly attracted both locals and tourists. The future seemed bright as the bar celebrated its success and looked forward to a promising first anniversary. But fate had other plans. Just as they were preparing to mark this significant milestone, Hurricane Maria struck with devastating force.
A bar devastated by Hurricane Maria.
The hurricane's impact was catastrophic, tearing through the island with unprecedented ferocity. The destruction left in its wake was immense, and Shibo, once a thriving hotspot, was now in ruins. Maria, the bar's manager, was among those grappling with the aftermath. Her reflections on the disaster revealed the profound impact it had on everyone involved.
I still get really emotional about it because I had never lived.
The hurricane wasn't just a natural disaster, it was a test of resilience, a challenge that pushed the limits of human endurance. 7 months after Hurricane Maria, Shibo remained closed, a stark reminder of the storm's devastation. The financial toll was severe. Jonathan and Gabriela were left with no means to keep the bar afloat. Their dream, which had once seemed so vibrant and full of promise, was now on the brink of collapse. It was a heart-wrenching situation for the siblings, who had invested so much of themselves into this venture. When John Taffer, the renowned bar and restaurant consultant, learned about Shibo's plight, he knew he had to step in. He arrived on the scene determined to assess the situation and provide the help needed. Upon tasting Jonathan's food, Taffer was visibly impressed. The culinary skills on display were remarkable, and Taffer's reaction was one of genuine awe.
I'd come out of my way for this.
I would too.
This moment of recognition was a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness. Taffer's next move was to meet with Jonathan to understand the reasons behind their lack of progress in reviving the bar. As he inspected the current condition of Shibo, his shock was palpable. How could they not have done anything even after 7 months since the hurricane? He wondered aloud.
Look at this place.
Oh my God!
The state of the bar was a stark contrast to its former glory, with the damage from the hurricane still glaringly evident. The financial situation was dire, and Gabriela's response to Taffer's inquiries was both poignant and revealing.
Right now.
Maybe $150,000, something like that all
Something
along.
yeah.
So you have a bank loan.
The gravity of their situation was unmistakable, and the weight of their financial struggles was evident in her words. Taffer's investigation took a deeply emotional turn when he spoke to Maria about the bar's condition. Unable to contain her emotions, Maria broke down in tears.
We don't live so close to here. We live about 30 minutes away from here. He lost his car.
The psychological toll of the hurricane and the ongoing struggle had taken a significant impact on her mental health. But even this raw and heart-wrenching moment was not the end of their troubles.
So this was also emotionally wounding.
The emotional scars ran deep, affecting everyone involved in ways that went beyond the physical damage. Despite the overwhelming adversity, Taffer emerged as a beacon of hope for Shibo. He took on the monumental task of revamping the bar, offering not just his expertise, but also his compassion. The transformation process was intense and demanding, but Taffer was determined to restore Shibo to its former glory. The complete makeover was a dramatic change, breathing new life into the establishment. The renovations were nothing short of spectacular, marking a striking contrast to the bar's previous state. When Jonathan, Gabriela, and Maria first laid eyes on the revamped Shibo, their reactions were priceless. Their faces, previously marked by despair, lit up with joy and relief. The emotional moment underscored the power of resilience and the profound impact of Taffer's intervention. It was a celebration of hope, a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome even the darkest of times. The story of Shibo's revival was more than just a bar rescue, it was a powerful narrative of transformation and redemption. From the depths of despair to the heights of triumph, the journey was a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the difference that compassion and expertise can make. The emotional turnaround of Shibo was a poignant reminder of the power of perseverance and the incredible impact of a helping hand in times of crisis. The story of Shibo was a deeply moving experience, a roller coaster of emotions that showcased the resilience of a community and the transformative power of hope and determination. It was a tale touched by the extraordinary turnaround of a bar and the people who refused to give up on their dreams. Well, this episode was really emotional, but this next episode will make you even more.
I'm a loser. It's just too much for you. The pressure's too much.
In 2011, Rich McClellan embarked on a new business venture by opening RJ's Replays after spending 14 years managing his parents' nightclub. To kickstart his dream, he borrowed $700,000. Initially, RJ's Replays showed great promise, capturing the interest of locals and generating a buzz. However, it wasn't long before the bar's trajectory took a nosedive due to mismanagement and a lack of structure for the employees. The bartenders at RJ's Replays described the work environment as relaxed and lenient, with some even indulging in drinks during their shifts. This lax atmosphere not only led to operational inefficiencies, but also contributed to a decline in customer service and satisfaction. The deteriorating state of the bar took a significant toll on Rich's personal life, especially his marriage. Rich admitted that the stress and pressure of running a failing business put a strain on his relationship with his wife, Christy.
with him.
We got this.
He is so creative. He takes
The situation seemed dire, with everything spiraling out of control. Rich was overwhelmed by the retirement of his parents and the enormous debt he had accrued, which now amounted to about $1 million. This crushing financial burden led to a breakdown during which Rich felt the weight of his failures and the inability to support his parents.
I'm very worried about my family. I don't want them.
This was a deeply emotional moment, highlighting Rich's desperation and the sense of helplessness that had enveloped him. Desperate for a solution, Rich called upon John Taffer for help. Rich's plea for assistance was heartfelt and urgent. The business was on the brink of collapse, and he needed immediate intervention to prevent further losses.
I just want them to understand that I did everything I could. If I have to start over,
When Taffer arrived, he conducted a thorough surveillance of the bar using secret cameras. What he observed was alarming. Rich was seen buying drinks for others using his mother's money. This irresponsible behavior raised serious questions about Rich's commitment to the business and his ability to protect his staff. Taffer's discovery led to an emotional confrontation where Kathleen, Rich's mother, broke down in front of Taffer, overwhelmed by the gravity of the situation.
how is it dealing with an owner who's that drunk?
I know.
Taffer was incensed by Rich's actions and the overall state of RJ's Replays. His anger was palpable as he confronted Rich, making it clear that such behavior was unacceptable.
I don't know. I don't know. Talk to me.
Despite the turmoil, it was heartening to see Kathleen standing by her son, even as the reality of their financial situation, $1 million in debt, hit hard. In an effort to turn things around, Taffer decided to temporarily close the bar. He gathered the staff and had a candid conversation with Rich, who was hysterically crying. Taffer's tough love approach aimed to make Rich realize that his current behavior was not only harming himself, but also jeopardizing the future of the business. Christy, Rich's wife, seemed detached and viewed herself merely as a bartender rather than a supportive partner.
This guy's hysterical crying, and you're smiling and having a cocktail.
Taffer asked Rich to call his mother to the bar the next morning, and this is how it went.
I have to ask for your help. He said if I didn't ask, then he was leaving. I don't want him to leave.
Rich's emotional state was evident as he cried like a baby, feeling the full weight of his failures. The following morning, the entire family gathered at the bar, and Taffer facilitated a crucial discussion. He asked Rich to articulate the reasons behind the bar's failure, prompting Rich to acknowledge his faults openly. Taffer also addressed Christy, highlighting her lack of support and the negative impact her indifferent attitude had on the business.
There's an opportunity for you to make a difference. Because you weren't last night, do you agree?
Rich's emotional state was shattered, and it was clear that he was deeply hurt by the ongoing situation. Taffer's intervention extended to Christy, helping her understand that her inconsistent and negative presence was detrimental not just to the business, but to her husband as well.
Being more present and not focused on drinking or...
The reconciliation between Rich and Christy was a touching moment, signaling a potential turning point for both their relationship and the business. With the family dynamics addressed, Taffer turned his attention to revamping the bar. He implemented changes to the bar's operations, instilled a sense of discipline among the staff, and introduced new management practices. The bar underwent a complete transformation, including a name change to signal a fresh start. These changes breathed new life into the business, attracting customers and restoring RJ's Replays to its former glory. In the end, Taffer's intervention saved RJ's Replays from the brink of disaster. Rich and his family learned invaluable lessons about responsibility, support, and the importance of effective management. The revamped bar, now operating under a new name, Frozen Cactus, became a symbol of their hard work and perseverance. The business not only survived, but flourished, providing a hopeful and promising future for Rich and his family. But hold on, the next bar story will leave you speechless. Rhonda left her stable job as a stockbroker to follow her true passion for singing. This career shift brought her immense joy and fulfillment.
See those smiles out there and everybody having a good time? That's what gives me joy.
In 2011, she took a bold step and acquired a struggling karaoke bar, renaming it Rockin' Rhonda. Initially, her new venture showed promising signs of success, with monthly earnings reaching as high as $32,000. However, by 2015, Rhonda's dream began to crumble. She found herself overwhelmed by the myriad challenges of running a business, leading to a critical oversight in properly training her staff. The building itself, old and in disrepair, faced additional setbacks when an insurance claim was declined. Now, with mounting debts of $100,000, Rockin' Rhonda was on the verge of collapse. In a desperate bid to save her business, Rhonda called upon John Taffer for help. When Taffer arrived, Rhonda was filled with a huge sense of relief. And there's more to it. The floor was in such poor shape that Taffer initially doubted whether it could be repaired. The gravity of the situation was palpable, and Rhonda's distress was evident. This was a pivotal and deeply emotional moment for her, as she had endured so much in her efforts to keep the bar afloat. Taffer, known for his no-nonsense approach, immediately gathered the staff for a meeting to address the underlying issues plaguing Rockin' Rhonda. He made it clear that the structural problems of the bar were only a part of the problem. This what Rhonda had to say.
Couldn't handle it, and I'm done with it. I don't want to consume.
The staff's lack of proper training and problematic personal consumption habits were major contributors to the bar's downfall. Not even that, she allowed the staff drinks for personal consumption in between the duty. In a frank and eye-opening discussion, Taffer pointed out that Rhonda herself was a significant reason for the bar's failure. She admitted to feeling overwhelmed by the challenges, but Taffer emphasized that adopting a victim mentality would not help the situation. This was their last chance to turn things around. The turning point came when Rhonda acknowledged her mistakes and committed to making necessary improvements.
So, Chef, what are you going to try to accomplish today?
I want to go for excitement, big, bold flavors, and fresh.
Thankfully, Rhonda came out of victim mentality and took charge of her actions. Taffer was determined to transform Rockin' Rhonda completely. He undertook a comprehensive renovation of the bar, addressing both its physical structure and the operational shortcomings. The staff underwent rigorous training to ensure they were well equipped to provide excellent service and maintain a professional environment. Taffer also gave the bar a new name to mark its fresh start. The transformation was dramatic, and Rhonda's reaction to the renovations was nothing short of emotional.
So happy, so grateful.
This is all because of you.
She watched in awe as the bar she had nearly given up on was revitalized into a vibrant and welcoming establishment. The makeover symbolized not just a physical renewal, but also a new beginning for Rhonda and her business. Her gratitude was evident as she expressed her thanks to Taffer for restoring her dream and giving her a second chance. The episode concluded on a high note, showcasing the remarkable turnaround of Rockin' Rhonda. The bar, once on the brink of closure, now had a new lease on life. Taffer's intervention had not only saved the business, but also reinvigorated Rhonda's passion and determination. This is what Taffer has to say.
Tonight, I am really proud of Rhonda. She's one of the greatest changes I've seen.
Rhonda's experience underscores that even in the darkest times, with the right help and determination, it is possible to turn things around and achieve success. The revitalized bar now stands as a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of transformation, both in business and in life. Wait until you see this one. In 2009, Bill Davis, a successful businessman with a dream of owning a family-run establishment, opened a bar in the Paylord district. He invested his lifetime savings into Carey's Sports Bar in Nevada, a wildly popular spot that came with a hefty price tag of $4 million. Bill's vision was to create a thriving family business, so he hired his daughter Kim and his children Justin and Lacey to help run the bar. However, Bill's aspirations were quickly dashed when he suffered a stroke in 2011. His health issues caused the business to decline as he was no longer able to oversee the operations effectively. Lacey shared her thoughts on her mother Kim's management style. Look what she said next.
For anything, Melody overpours. I mean, they'll flat out.
Meanwhile, Justin's attitude went downhill and he used the bar to hook up with customers and staff. Lacey's frustration with her brother's behavior grew.
Staff grew more unruly.
It's disgusting, and I'm just I don't even listen to it.
Kim, on the other hand, seemed to take a more relaxed approach, focusing on her less demanding tasks and allowing the staff, as well as her children, to do as they pleased. This led to an increasingly unruly staff and mounting financial losses. Bill was now losing $5,000 a month, a dire situation that left the family desperate for a solution. In a bid to save their business, they reached out to John Taffer for help. Upon arriving, Taffer used secret cameras to observe the bar's operations. What he witnessed was shocking. Justin and his ex-girlfriend Jenna took an astonishing 3 minutes to prepare basic cocktails like Bloody Marys or margaritas, a task that should take much less time. Bill watched in dismay as his daughter Kim remained passive, failing to address the chaos. Taffer noted that Kim was overly protective of her children, including her grandchildren, and this was contributing to the bar's problems. During a family meeting, emotions ran high. Lacey broke down in tears while expressing her frustration with Justin's behavior.
It pisses me off because it's bull. I'm so tired.
Her inability to control her emotions underscored the depth of the family's struggles. But the situation would only worsen with the next revelation.
Cash register, rings up no sale, puts money in a drawer, counts out change.
Taffer uncovered that both Justin and Lacey were stealing money from the business. This was a shocking betrayal for the family, as no one had suspected Lacey of such actions. The discovery highlighted a complete lack of respect for their grandfather's hard-earned money and was a deeply emotional moment for everyone involved. It wasn't just Justin and Lacey, the entire staff was implicated in theft, including Melody, Justin's ex-girlfriend. When confronted, Justin's excuse for Melody's continued employment was weak, and Taffer quickly dismissed it.
Had a lot of hardship, and we've tried to really coddle her.
He confronted Kim about her lack of leadership, which led to her breaking down in tears as well.
One more chance?
Taffer made it clear that such actions were unacceptable and demanded accountability. When Taffer gave the right figure in which Melody has done the theft, this is what Lacey said.
I want to vomit, and I want to vomit on you guys. Because you know what, my brother and
Yes, she is clearly pissed off. In a decisive move, Taffer insisted that Kim fire Melody. Despite Melody's tearful pleas, Taffer stood firm, emphasizing that theft could not be tolerated. This moment was crucial in setting a new standard of integrity for the bar. Along with Melody, Jenna also had to leave the bar too. Following Melody's and Jenna's departure, Taffer turned his attention to training the remaining staff, who were severely lacking in proper bartending and customer service skills. Taffer understood that the bar needed a complete rebranding to attract new customers and shed its tarnished reputation. He proposed a new name for the establishment, the Beacon Bar Bloodies.
Action. Bacon, beer, bloodies. There are hundreds of sports bars in this.
This name symbolized a fresh start and a beacon of hope for the struggling business. The rebranding efforts included a revamped menu, improved service standards, and a more professional and welcoming atmosphere.
This is badass, dude. Are you kidding me?
With these changes in place, the business began to turn around. The new name and improved operations attracted a steady stream of customers. Bill's vision of a successful family business was finally within reach. In the end, Taffer's intervention saved Carrie's sports bar from the brink of collapse. The Davis family learned valuable lessons about responsibility, accountability, and the importance of strong leadership. The Beacon Bar Bloodies became a thriving establishment, a testament to their hard work and dedication. The business not only survived, but flourished, bringing home the bacon and fulfilling Bill's dream of a prosperous family-run bar. But hold on, the next bar story will leave you speechless.
It's a slap in the face. I don't care.
Guy had built a successful real estate business, but he always felt something was missing from his life. Driven by a dream to create something more personal and unique, he decided to open a character-themed bar.
I am a pirate. I am a warrior.
This venture was not just a business opportunity, it was a passion project that he hoped would bring joy and excitement to his community. He wasn't alone on this journey. Guy enlisted his mom, Helen, and his stepfather, Charlie, to help make this vision a reality. To complete the family affair, his stepsister Alex was hired as a server, contributing to the heartfelt nature of the project. Initially, the bar's opening was met with enthusiasm. The concept was fresh and intriguing. A whimsical haven where patrons could escape the mundane and immerse themselves in a world of character-themed decor and playful ambiance. Families with children were particularly drawn to the venue, thrilled by the vibrant and imaginative surroundings. For the first few months, the bar flourished. The novelty of the concept attracted a steady stream of customers eager to experience something new and different. The unique atmosphere created a buzz that seemed to guarantee the bar's success. However, as time went on, the initial excitement began to fade. The novelty of the character-themed decor wore off, and the bar started to attract a different clientele than Guy had originally envisioned. Families with young children became the primary visitors, and this shift did not align with Guy's original goal of catering to an adult audience.
I feel like they went to a store after Halloween and bought whatever was on sale.
This change in customer base was a significant blow to Guy's vision for the bar and created a rift between him and his stepfather Charlie, who was also feeling the strain of the business's declining fortunes.
I may have had too high of expectations on Guy's abilities in the management.
The bar's inability to adapt to its evolving customer base further compounded the problem. The menu, which had been designed with a different audience in mind, failed to meet the new demands of the families frequenting the establishment. The bar's atmosphere, once the source of its charm, now seemed out of sync with its new clientele. As a result, business began to suffer, and Guy found himself in a difficult and precarious situation.
St. Jets country. This Yankee needs to realize he's in the South.
Desperation led Guy to reach out to John Taffer, the renowned bar consultant known for turning struggling businesses around. Taffer's intervention was prompted by a growing concern for both the business and the well-being of Guy's family. When Taffer arrived, he immediately identified the underlying issues contributing to the bar's decline. He observed not just the business's flaws, but also the tension and frustration within the family dynamic.
My past history is not too good.
As Taffer assessed the situation, it became evident that Guy's frustrations were manifesting in his interactions with his staff, particularly his stepsister Alex. The strain of the business had led Guy to take out his anger on those closest to him.
It's time to go home.
Seriously?
Yeah. Characters is currently losing $3,000 a month.
Alex, who had been hired and fired by Guy 3 times already, bore the brunt of his erratic behavior. Her role in the bar, meant to be a supportive one, had turned into a battleground of emotional turmoil.
I'm sitting here smoking a cigarette.
Taffer's confrontation with the family was intense. He gathered them for a candid discussion about their investments in the business. The figures he uncovered were staggering, highlighting the immense financial and emotional stakes involved. The discussion then turned to Guy's behavior. Taffer directly addressed how Guy's actions were affecting his sister. When Alex was asked about her experiences, her response was a poignant moment of vulnerability. Taffer's intervention reached a critical point when he requested Alex to switch seats. This seemingly small gesture triggered an emotional breakdown for her. The intensity of the situation was palpable, and Taffer recognized that there was more to the story than what initially met the eye.
Trying to do my best.
But this wasn't the end of it. There was more to the story.
I don't mean to let you down.
The revelations that followed were deeply moving. The family's struggles were not just financial, but deeply personal. The emotional toll of the business failure and the resulting conflicts had taken a heavy toll on their relationships. Helen, Guy's mother, was visibly distressed by the sight of her daughter's suffering. Her tears were a testament to the anguish and heartbreak experienced by the entire family. That was truly heartbreaking. Taffer's approach was not just about salvaging the bar, but also about healing the family. He guided them through a process of introspection, communication, and reconciliation.
I can't say that this is just going to fix it overnight, because it's not.
I don't expect it to.
The goal was to address the underlying issues that had driven a wedge between them and to foster a supportive environment where they could work together effectively. The family worked hard to repair their strained relationships and refocus their efforts on making the business successful again.
Bar.
It's either we're gonna do this and we're gonna do it as a family, or we're not gonna do it. Because it's based on us.
With Taffer's guidance, the bar underwent a significant transformation. The changes made were not just about redesigning the space, menu, but also about aligning the business with its new customer base while still maintaining the spirit of the original concept.
What do you think? Looks very different than before.
Oh my god. It's beautiful. It's really amazing.
And give it a new name, Moonrunner's Saloon. In the end, this episode was a profound journey of struggle, realization, and redemption. The bar was not only rescued from the brink of failure, but also became a symbol of the family's resilience and renewed determination. You have to see their reactions.
Put that hat on. There we go, man. That is moonshine.
The emotional highs and lows of their journey were a powerful reminder of the importance of family support and the impact of confronting and overcoming personal challenges. The story struck a chord, capturing the essence of human struggle and the possibility of redemption. It highlighted that sometimes the path to success is not just about business strategies, but also about healing and strengthening the bonds that hold us together. The episode concluded on a hopeful note, illustrating how a family could find their way back to each other amidst adversity, leaving many viewers reflecting on the power of perseverance and love. Well, that was one hell of a roller coaster ride. So, which episode moved you the most? Make sure to let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications. And if you thought this video was crazy, then you have to check out the next video right here. It's even better.